So I primed my face off camera with my Becca Evermatte Poreless Perfecting Primer. You just rub it together, get it hot, and dab it into the places that you need fixing. So just right into foundation, I'm using my Hourglass Vanish Seamless Stick Foundation in the shade Vanilla. I'm going to put this all over my face in kind of like a tribal pattern. You really don't need a lot of this foundation because it is so highly concentrated, very pigmented, very full coverage. So just a couple here and there. And of course, bring it down on my neck. I'm going to take my Morphe M439 brush and buff this into my skin. I love this brush. It is a multi-purpose brush, so that's definitely for me. It is dense and soft, so it's great for blending in foundation without soaking up a lot of product like a beauty sponge would. But it is just fluffy enough to where you could also use it for powder. So it's good for traveling because you can use it for both. Or if you just feel like having not like 100 brushes. So I'm bringing this all the way down to my neck, of course, so I don't have that Oco Taco foundation line, and all the way up into my hairline as well. I'm also going to go over my eyelids just because I want that pigment from my eyelids to match the rest of my face. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm also going to go off camera and I'm going to set my foundation, basically just let it sit on its own. I just let the foundation set on its own and seep into the skin. That way you don't have to go and use so much product later. So I will be right back. And I am back. Hi, what's up? Got my Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder. This is a really beautiful powder because it is 60% silica, so it just melts right into your skin. And I'm just going to be doing the T-zone. The difference between this and my RCMA No Color powder is the RCMA has talc in it, which isn't a bad thing. It just makes you look a little more powdery, but that one doesn't cause flashbacks. So there's pros and cons to both for sure. But I'm not going to be around no flash today, so I'm just going for it. And because I set my face, I don't have to use as much powder. Now I'm taking my favorite Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm just dabbing and blending, people, just like I always do. Excuse my lame-ass dance moves. I love this Y3 brush from Morphe because it is fluffy, but it is tapered to a point. So my face is... Oh, Lord, I'm so sorry. Oh, God, it's happening again. Anyway, I love this brush because it is tapered, like I said, to kind of a point, but it's still fluffy, so you can really put some nice angles in there when you're doing your cheeks and blending up into your temples. But I use the pointed end to do the perimeter of my face because my face is small. I try to work within the confines of it, and that will just help me not have bronzer all the way down to my frickin' eyebrows, so I can still bring a little color to my face. Next, I am going to take my Morphe M441. This is an eyeshadow brush, but again, I also use it to contour the sides of my nose. So I'm just going in, and it buffs it really nicely, so that way you don't look like you have two stripes down the side of your nose. Once again, nothing crazy, just bring a little bit more color to my face, playing with lighting and shading. And now I'm just taking this IT Cosmetics brush to buff it out a little bit because I did go in a little heavy-handed. Oh my god, my Too Faced blush is so cute. I love this blush. It is in the color Funfetti. These are their Love blushes. And this is a more pigmented blush. So I'm all about going in lightly and then heavily going in afterwards if you need a little bit more. And this one I did go in a little heavy-handed because it is so pigmented. So I'm going to take that Real Techniques brush again and just kind of sweep it over the cheeks to make it look a little tiny bit more natural. Now I'm going back in with my Makeup Forever powder, and I'm just going to rub this on my eyes to set my eyeshadow. And I'm going to clean my brush off on my color switch. Now I'm going to take my Funfetti palette, and I'm going to be taking the color You're So Fancy. Now this is not a color that, you know, is really going to show up or anything. It's just a transition shade. It's just there so that you can put something over top of it, and the product that goes over top will not look streaky or muddy. It will blend in and look very airbrushed. Alright, now I'm taking my Buxom single bar eyeshadows, and I'm taking my only matte shade. This is called Spoiled Sexy, and I'm just going to take my Morphe M441 again and just go right over top of You're So Fancy. Just blending back and forth, starting in that corner, buff, 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 and then bringing it in windshield wiper strokes over top. This is more natural, but in the pan it's like a very pinky, warm, mauve shade, so definitely going for that look today. Alright, picking up my MAC Synthetic 242 brush. I'm going to spritz it with a little MAC Fix Plus and go in with another Buxom eyeshadow called Mixed Mink. This is a pretty champagne foiled eyeshadow, and I'm going to put this all over the lid. And that's why I wet the brush, to really pack on the color on my lid. Now there was a little bit of fallout, so I am getting a Cosmetics brush, just dusting off the excess powder. Alright, moving right now along, we are taking this must-have smudge brush from Sephora, and we are picking up more Spoiled Sexy and just smudging this along my lower lash line. Then I'm going to be picking up a Morphe brush. This is a synthetic little blending brush, the E17, and I'm just going to blend out that under eye part. Alright, it's everyone's favorite time. It's time for my highlighter. This is a cream color base from MAC called MAC Shell. Absolutely gorgeous. Great for putting underneath powders or using by itself. I'm going to take the back of that Morphe E17 and just take the MAC Shell and put it right in the inner corners of my eyes, just brightening it up. And I mean, hello, who doesn't want to just put highlight all over their face? Now I'm taking that MAC 242 brush again, and I'm just taking it into MAC Shell and bringing it down into the lower lash line, making it meet up with where I put Spoiled Sexy. And I am going to take this and I'm going to also put it on the brow bone. Look how, I can't. Goodbye. Put your shades on for the remaining portion of this video, people. Now just taking my finger, I'm going into MAC Shell again and pressing it onto the cheekbones. This is how I feel it works the best going on. And hello, that's gorgeous. MAC Shell is a very pretty pinky shade with like a light kind of nude golden undertone in it. I'm also dabbing on the bridge of the nose, and I'll do a little on the Cupid's bow as well. Alright, highlighter fiends, if one highlighter wasn't enough, you got me, you know, up. So I'm going to take this Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder with my Morphe 510 brush, amazing little highlighter brush. And I'm just dabbing into this one. It's another pretty pinky highlighter, and just going on top of MAC Shell because, I don't know, I'm just feeling like I want to, you know, glow up to the heavens. Like, I want you to be like, where's Marguerite? And then you look over and 5 miles away you see me. So just going over the cheeks, the nose, the brows, and the Cupid's bow. Oh, and you know, just casually filling myself right now. I'm done. I'm going to take my Better Than Sex mascara and just go over my eyelashes. I definitely recommend that if you get this mascara, you get the waterproof one. Just, you know, is my personal, you know, opinion is that I always get it on my bottom lashes, and then it looks like I have a black eye, or on the bottom part of my cheeks from the bottom lashes. And I just look like I have a black eye, and it looks disgusting. So definitely get waterproof so it doesn't transfer. Okay, now I'm taking my ColourPop Lippie pencil and Lippie stick. They're both in the color Skimpy, and I'm going to go ahead and do my lip liner. I like ColourPop the way they do their Lippie sticks and lip liners because they do have the matching lip liner to Lippie stick, but they're like a shade difference. So you can really get a really pretty kind of ombre look, or the two on top of each other just look gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and then I'm going to put the Skimpy Lippie stick on top after that. All right, my little beauties, last but not least, some MAC Fix Plus to set this mug, and we are officially done. I really hope that you like this look. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Have a glam day. Bye-bye.